takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out!
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome along.
Commentary action with the Commentary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal. Look at that.
Right, there we go. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome along to the Commentary Hub's live coverage of Ipswich Town against Manchester City in the Premier League. I'm your alternative commentator, Mike Harneman. Just kind of getting used to that little new intro there as well, just for a minute. So apologies about a slightly strange, start to the stream possibly, but hopefully everyone is doing well and looking forward to this game today. Ipswich Town of the Ipswich Town sitting just inside the relegation zone at this current moment in time, and Manchester City sitting in 8th position, which is, as we all know, a very strange position in the table for them. So, the reigning champions are really struggling this season. Ipswich currently sitting in 18th position in the Premier League, but we'll have to wait and see whether they're able to get one over on Manchester City and Pep Guardiola this afternoon. So I will run you through the two lineups. If you give me a second, just to grab the Manchester City one. So the Ipswich lineup is in goal. We've got Walton, got a back five of Johnson, Godfrey, O'Shea, Burgess, and Davis. We've got a midfield of Hutchinson, Cajuce, I should say. Morsey, Clark, and Delap is leading the line. The substitutes are Broadhead, Burns, Hurst, Luongo, Murich, Philogene, Taylor, Townsend, and Twanzebe. As for the visitors line up with Edison in goal, a back three of Akanji, Diaz, and Cavadio. Kovacic and Gundogan are in midfield there, with Foden, De Bruyne, Nunes, and Doku, and the new 9.5-year contract man Erling Haaland leading the line. The substitutes for Manchester City, incidentally, are Elaine, Grealish, Lewis, McAtee, Savinho, Silva, Mbama, O'Reilly, and Ortega. Your match officials are Sam Barrett, VAR Paul Tierney. That's the referee, sorry. VAR is Paul Tierney. Assistant referees are Timothy Wood and Richard West, with fourth official Tim Robinson and Nicholas Hobson assisting Paul Tierney on VAR. Hopefully we don't have to see too much of that this afternoon, and hopefully we get a free-flowing game of football. Hopefully with lots of goals as well. So getting ready for kickoff. We've got about 2 minutes to go until kickoff, and we've already had some action in the Premier League already today. Everton went 3-0 up against Tottenham, who clawed it back to 3-2, but they weren't able to pick up any kind of a result. Calvert-Lewin and Dye and a Gray own goal were the ones that gave Everton the lead up to that point to 3-0. And Kulusevski and Richarlison clawed goals back for Tottenham. Brighton won at Old Trafford by 3-1 with Minter on the score sheet. Bruno Fernandes equalising from the spot, and then Matoma and Rutter giving the away side the lead. And in the other game, it was Nottingham Forest 3, Southampton 2. Forest were cruising at one stage in that one as well. And they went on to win by 3-2. They were 3-0 up with Anderson, Adoye, and Chris Wood on the score sheet. And Bednarek and Onucha getting goals back for Southampton, but it wasn't enough. So that's how it all panned out today so far. Lots of goals already, so hopefully we'll have some more goals in this game too to add to that. And let's see whether we can get maybe a repeat of the amount of goals we had in the reverse fixture, which was 4-1 to Manchester City. Erling Haaland grabbing a hat-trick and Kevin De Bruyne on the score sheet in that one as well. And let's see whether it's a similar kind of evening or afternoon or morning, depending where you're tuning in from, for Manchester City. Pep Guardiola's won 15 major trophies. And here's Kieran McKenna as well, the man in charge of Ipswich, who led the Ipswich to successive promotions to the Premier League, with those promotions from League One and the Championship. I'm just going to have, I think, about a minute's silence here for Denis Law, who sadly passed away on Friday. The Scottish legend of Manchester United, but also featured at Manchester City over a couple of spells as well. A fantastic player he was back in the day, 1940 to 2025. So we'll take a minute here just to pause and pay our respects to the great Denis Law, who passed away on Friday. Hi there to Media, Radio, Jingles and Gaming, who's joined the chat. And that was a great bit of, great tribute there to Denis Law. As it looks like Manchester City are going to be getting us off and running in their purple kit, by the looks of it here. And Ipswich just in a huddle at the moment. So we are going to be slightly delayed in terms of kick-off when we start this game. And I will mention a bit more about Denis Law shortly as well as we go throughout the evening and the afternoon's work. Of course, I did mention that he had a couple of spells at Manchester City. Of course, he was known for his time at Manchester United, but he played 44 times between 1960 and 61 for Manchester City, and also another 24 times between 1973 and 1974 as well, where he finished his career. As the game's underway now, and it's with Edison, the Manchester City keeper, who played it long. There's a good header there from, I think that was, it might have even been Godfrey, not too sure then, but it's out with Manchester City now. Throw in here early on. And it's number 24 to take, which is Gabardio. There's a good header on and out of play there from the right back for Ipswich, which I believe that was Johnson there. Gabardio's got another chance of another throw in again. He's going to look to go into the middle, but Ipswich win it here, and it's, I think that was Hutchinson. He knocks it back to O'Shea and Burgess in possession now as well. And that was 47. And there, Jack Clark in possession. And Ipswich just kind of playing it around at the back at the moment. They have beaten some of the big teams already this season. They beat Chelsea not too long ago by 2 goals to 0. Did the Tractor Boys. It was a great result for them. There's a free kick here now for the foul on, I think that was the lap there, the ex-Manchester City man. And here is Godfrey now. And that's Johnson. And now Godfrey, and then back to O'Shea now. Switches it across to Burgess. What could you say? Just kind of trying to instruct his teammates on the passes he wants him to make. Here's Johnson. It's a good run here from, that's the number 44 there, which is Godfrey. And here is Morty now. And it's into the area, but not behind by Manchester City there for a needless corner given away by Núñez. Bit of a good build-up there from Ipswich, and Núñez was looking for his goalkeeper, but Edison and Núñez not on the same wavelength. a needless corner early on here for Ipswich Town. 2.5 minutes played. Still remains Ipswich 0, Manchester City 0. In the last of the Premier League games of the Sunday. Got another game tomorrow as well. So whips in, and it's a header over the top there. Challenged. It's a good corner actually as well, and it was the number 15 there, Burgess. He was battling with, who was this now? The number 3, Gavardio. The Manchester City man did him up and got it. Actually, it was Diaz, actually, I should say. Number 3 for Man City. He's gone behind for another corner for Ipswich now. And he whips in from the opposite side, now the right side, and it's a low one, but poor. Here is Hutchinson now, the ex-Chelsea and Arsenal man. Now play it to Johnson, and now Davis. Davis whips it in and comes into the gloves of Edison that time around. Good goalkeeping from the Manchester City number 31. Of course, we'll be having the game on the channel tomorrow, I believe, as well, which is going to feature Chelsea and Wolverhampton Wanderers. It's a free kick there for the foul by Johnson. On, I think it was Gavardio. It was indeed. Manchester City have it now with Gundogan, and there's a few players, like notable absentees for Manchester City today. Of course, Kyle Walker being one of those. He's out at the moment. Here's Kevin De Bruyne now. He switches it across to the right-hand side, where we find number 27, Nunes. And here is Kovacic now in possession. Now it's with Kanji. And now Diaz. Onto Gavardio. It is. Kieran McKenna just trying to get some instructions across to his side. Kieran McKenna, of course, has a bit of time in Manchester under his belt as well. He's on the books at Manchester United for a while. Here's De Bruyne. He's got out of play there. I think it was. He was out there trying to get on the end of it for Manchester City. Maybe it was Nunes again with it. It's a goal kick here for Ipswich. 5 minutes played. Still yet to have any real attempts on either goal. There's a chance here for Ipswich now to move forward, and it's an offside flag up. Kieran McKenna, as I mentioned, was at Manchester United, coaching their under 18s team, and that was all the way up until 2021 that he was there. Where before he moved on to Ipswich Town, when he took over this role, and that's a bit risky there for Medicine, but he got away with it. Gundogan's going to move this forward onto Doku now, the Belgian, into Gundogan. Out it goes to, that's Nunes now. So now De Bruyne. And it goes to, that was Gavardio. Possession now. Now Kanji. Now De Bruyne again. Gives it away. And it's, is that Hutchinson now in possession for Ipswich? Giving it away though. Now with Doku, and now here's De Bruyne. And now Kovacic. Going to hand back to Kovacic again, and now on to Doku. That's inside. Tries to find the on man in De Bruyne, but loses out, but does get it back. Now with Gavardio. Early pressure from Manchester City. Here's Doku again. Doku plays it into Gavardio. And now that's Kovacic. Gundogan, now Kovacic again. And it's with Gavardio now. Patient build up here from the visitors. Here's Gavardio. Back from Gundogan. Just kind of intricately playing it between themselves at the moment. That was Doku this time. Given away. Ipswich can break that one. and they are as well. They're on the counter attack here, and it's now with Delap, the ex-Man City man. What can Delap do? He's going to get a shot away. He is he? Cut inside. Good block there. And it's now with Godfrey. Godfrey again. Gets a shot away, deflected, and comes off with Diaz that time with De Bruyne. Now knocks it onto Haaland. Haaland's going to have a run here. Onto De Bruyne now. Good defending there from, and that was Godfrey there. Oh, it's Gundogan now. Foden involved there for a minute as well. Now that's a Kanji. Here's Gundogan. Nunes was involved for seconds, right? Here's Haaland. Now Gundogan again. Here is Gavardio. Now De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne now. Out it goes to Diaz. Just bars there by Delap, but keeps possession, and so does Manchester City with Akanji, and he gets it back from Nunes, and now Diaz there. Here is Gavardio again. Here's Diaz. Gavardio for Manchester City now. What can he do here? Still keeps possession. Bit fortunate though from him. Here's Doku. Is he fouled by Johnson? And the referee says no. Does Ipswich keep the ball moving? And here's Godfrey back to his keeper, Walton. And he goes long looking for the lap. And he loses out though. Here's a Kanji now. And Manchester City have played it around with Gavardio and Diaz. And back to Gavardio again. Tries to find Foden, but good interception there. Delap has it here and he turns well, but he loses out to Gundogan. And that was with Nunes there. Looks like he's playing a right fullback here, Nunes. Here it is Foden now. Gundogan again, now Nunes. Once more. Coming up to the 10-minute mark, still remaining goalless. It is Kovacic though. Now Gavardio out to Doku. What can he do? He's going to play it on to... That was Kovacic. Filling in, of course, for Rodri, who's out for the season. Big miss for Manchester City is Rodri. Potentially part of the reason why they're so low. Can't put that down to just him being out as to why they're sitting in 8th in the table, though. Kovacic, good ball looking for Doku, and it's going to run away from him. He can't keep it in. It's gone behind there for is that a goal kick or a throw? Let's see. They're just showing here Delap and the chance he had just a few minutes ago. He ran at the Manchester City back line and got a shot away, but it was blocked by Gavardio. And he is looking dangerous, Delap, in that forward position for the Tractor Boys. And here is Diaz for Manchester City currently. Here's Erling Haaland. Brings ahead of the league, does, and it's Foden now. De Bruyne now. Foden once more. There's an offside flag in there, though, and we're going to have to start again from an Ipswich free kick. It's very strange to see Manchester City sitting down in 8th position. They're only a point ahead of 10th position currently. It's with Walton here at the minute for Ipswich. He's going to knock it on to, that's the left back, Davis. Wonder whether Thomas Tuchel is going to have him in his thoughts for potential England call-ups at any point. Here is Kovacic now. Oh, now Diaz. Now Gavardio. Knocks out to Doku this time. Into Gavardio and Kovacic, and De Bruyne loses out to, couldn't quite see who that was. There's a foul here on Hutchinson. And a free kick for Ipswich Town. Just pretty much just inside their own half. There's Kieran McKenna getting a few words across to Ben Godfrey there. Twelve and a half plays. Ipswich holding their own so far in this one as they face off with the champions from last season, Manchester City. It's crazy to think that Manchester City currently are 14 points behind Liverpool, having played a game more. So that could be 17 if Liverpool do win that. It's strange how the Premier League can change so quickly, but it's great as well, though. Here is Godfrey now for Ipswich. Is that a foul on number 20, Hutchison? It's not, though. Here's Gundogan now. Kanji. Of course, Ipswich, as I mentioned, were beaten 4-1 in the reverse with an Erling Haaland hat-trick. They were beaten the last time the two sides met at Portman Road as well. That goes all the way back to 2002, I believe. By the same scoreline. It was also 4-1. I'll try and find who the scorer was in that one, if you give me a minute. It was Eyal Berkovic, Sean Gotel and Darren Huckabee. For anyone that remembers them, Marcus Bent was on the score sheet for Ipswich Town in that game back in 2002. Of course, as I mentioned, the two sides have already played each other this season as well. Here is Gavardio. Now, here's Kovacic. Tries to find Haaland. Haaland's in. What can he do? It's a good save and a strong save as well from Christian Walton, who parries that one behind for a corner. It looked for all the world that Erling Haaland was going to be putting that one into the back of the net there. That's a good free ball from it was Kovacic. Haaland was on the shoulder of the number 26 there, Burgess. And it was a great save in the end from Walton. Strong hand. And it goes behind for a Manchester City corner. They take quickly, and it's now with Doku. Gets a shot away, and it's comfortable for Christian Walton. That time, the Ipswich goalkeeper. That was a big moment there for Erling Haaland, who nearly capitalised on that 9.5-year contract with a goal. But as I say, big strong hand there from Christian Walton to get it behind for an Ipswich, for a Manchester City corner, I should say. Is Delapno gives it away. Kovacic looking to find Haaland again, but tied up well by Burgess. And now that was Davis. Now given away. Gundogan now De Bruyne. And now chance to Kovacic over the top there. And Manchester City are starting to turn the screws in this fixture now. It was given the ball away sloppily there from that was the number 15 that gave it away that time, which was Burgess, and Kovacic gets the shot away, and comfortably into the crowd in the end, and not troubling the goalkeeper that time around for Ipswich, but sloppy and very poorly given away, and a little bit fortunate that one wasn't on target because Christian Walton may have had to make another save yet again. Coming up to 17 minutes played though, and it's still remaining 0-0. So Ipswich are still in this game, and certainly have enough about them to cause problems, as we saw earlier on in the game through the lap. But they've got to be careful not to give the ball away in those kind of areas, because against this Manchester City side, even this season when they've been struggling, you will be punished with the players that they've got on the field. Here is Haaland now. He's going to have a run here. Finds Foden. Good block there from, I think that was Davis, I'm not too sure. He's gone behind this time though for Yeah, was it Burgess that time, or let's have a look at that was a mistake that he made beforehand. Let's see here. It was Haaland running through. Foden. Yeah, it was Burgess who got the block that time. So he kind of redeemed himself a little bit for that mistake he made, letting Haaland get through just a few minutes ago when his goalkeeper got him out of jail. Here's the lap now. Out he goes to Clark there. Now into Morsey. Goes back to Godfrey there. So Godfrey gets it from, I think, Johnson. I think that was, or was it Davis? Now it's Johnson. There's a bit of a battle here. It's gone behind for an Ipswich throw. $18 minutes played. Still Ipswich Town and Manchester City goalless. That's been stand. And it's O'Shea back to Christian Walton and the Ipswich goal. He's going to take a few seconds here. The Ipswich keeper just to compose himself and then knock it back to O'Shea again. That's a good ball across to Clark. Into the area it goes, looking for the lap. Comfortably into the gloves of Ederson. Though he bowled out to find Kovacic. Onto De Bruyne. Here's Doku. Jeremy Doku now against Ben Godfrey. What can he do? Jeremy Doku cuts inside. Gone behind off of O'Shea for a Manchester City corner now. I'll read your comments in a minute. Good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. Mike, nice to hear you commentate again. And I do think Man City will win once again today, but Ipswich could do something in the game. Yeah, media, radio, jingles and gaming. Anything is possible in the Premier League, of course, as we mentioned a little bit ago when Ipswich defeated Chelsea 2-0 just about a month or so ago. Here's Doku now. De Bruyne. Here's Kovacic. On to Foden. Gets a shot away. And it comes off of his own man there, which was Gundogan. And comfortably went through to Walton. I think Gundogan would have probably been offside though. Let's have a look here. Yeah, more than likely would have probably been offside. That ball was through to him, and if he could control it. Here's Nunes for Man City. Says Nunes, now Gvardiol. Kanji back to Gvardiol again. On to Ederson now, or back to Ederson, I should say. 20 minutes played, still remaining 0-0. Man City have had 5 shots to Ipswich is 0 in the last 10 minutes and 2 on target, and 11 touches to 0 in the opposition box. Possession, incidentally, is 50-50. But Man City, as I mentioned, have had a few shots. So the big one being Erling Haaland, which was saved well by Christian Walton. You would have probably put your money on Erling Haaland scoring that chance. Certainly in the last few seasons, you would have done anyway. Here is Hutchinson. Now, is he offside? The referee says no. Well, the officials say no, sorry. And it's gone behind for a throw-in now. There was a few Man City players claiming an offside there. But the officials say no. In the last 12 games, there's been 6 defeats for Man City, 3 wins and 3 draws, 12 points. That's where their problems lie at the moment. Here's Clark. On to Davis. Here's Morsey now. Out to Clark again. Now, that's I think that was number 12 there, produced. Godfrey and now Johnson back to Godfrey again. Good play there for Man City. Now with Diaz. Tries to find Haaland, and here's De Bruyne trying to find Phil Foden. Good defending from Burgess there. And Morsey tries to find the on-man in Jack Clark, but good defender from City, and now back with Ederson and Diaz, and back to Ederson once more. Cleared it up into the air, and it's back with Man City. Here's Kovacic, he loses out to Delap. Good run from Delap. He's gone out wide, open, forced wide. but he did win a free kick there. Did the ex-Man City youth man for the foul by Mateus Nunes. Was good play from the lap as well. He runs away from Nunes and Kovacic as well, and wins a free kick here. Let's see whether Ipswich can make this one count or do anything with this one. I think it's Jack Clark over it. Is it? Let me take it. See? Let's see if it is. It's Burgess just having a few words with O'Shea there and a few of his other teammates. See whether they can do it. Set piece they may work on in training. Here's Hutchinson, gets the shot away. It's over the top from Amari Hutchinson there. He wasn't closed down either. There's good play there from Ipswich, and as I say, maybe one that they worked on in training. And I think it has gone behind for another corner there off of the head of Erling Haaland, or for a corner there off the head of Erling Haaland, I should say. Good defender from him in the end. Let's see what they can do here from this set piece. The big man all up from the back again, whipped in from. There's a header of goal, and it was from O'Shea that time, but comfortably into the gloves of Ederson. I think it was may have been Kudus that took the corner. I'm not too sure, but it was comfortably into the gloves of Ederson from O'Shea in the end. Here's Gundogan now. Manchester City with Phil Foden, they're going to try and move through the gear. Switches it out to Doku. Here's De Bruyne. Back to Belgian international teammate again. Here is Cavadio. Back to Doku once more. Cavadio now in possession again. Now Kovacic. Out to Akanji. Is Mateus Nunes now. Here's Gundogan, and now he's going to turn and go across to Nunes again. Here's Akanji once more. Here's Kovacic. De Bruyne. Doku does well against Johnson there. Now Kovacic plays it into Nunes and onto Foden. Good defending there from Ipswich, and out it goes for was Kudus that time, just say, but out it goes for, I thought he was going to do a throw, but I think Ederson may have kept it in, and he has. Here's Akanji. On it goes to Gvardiol now. On to Doku. Jeremy Doku now. Up against Hutchinson does well. Cuts inside to find Gvardiol. On to Diaz, and now Akanji. Into Foden. That's Kovacic, I should say. Here's Akanji. Now with Foden. Looks to find Doku. It's a good ball across. Switch in play here. Jeremy Doku now against Ben Johnson. Into the area it goes. De Bruyne. Chance here, and it's in the back of the net. It's Phil Foden. Manchester City have their lead, and it's that man, Phil Foden, the England international, on the score sheet once again. He scored a couple of goals in the week in the 2-2 draw against Brentford, but they weren't able to hold on in that one. That one finished 2-2. But yes, it's now Ipswich Town 0, Manchester City 1. Jeremy Doku there does well against Ben Johnson and plays it into Kevin De Bruyne, who then finds Phil Foden. Good touch from him and put into the back of the net there nicely from the Manchester City number 47. in good goal scoring form as well. I think he scored 4 and 5 up until this point, and he's continuing that as well here at Portman Road. Ipswich now trail by a goal to 0 against Man City. 5th goal in the last 6, I should say, in terms of goals scored. It's a chance here for Ipswich to play it around and get see what they can do here. It's with Hutchinson, is it? No, it's with Caduce, to say. Here's O'Shea now. And now Caduce again. Finds the lap. Liam the lap going to get a shot away. That's a comfortable save from Edison. That time around. Good goal from Phil Foden. Yes, it was. Good play from Doku and Kevin De Bruyne. And then good touch from Phil Foden before the shot. And put in nicely, so I should say, past Christian Walton. I think City deserve that lead at the moment as well, based on the chances they've had. They probably should have been 1-0 up from that Erling Haaland chance earlier in the half as well. But Phil Foden has capitalised on that. Here's Erling Haaland now for Manchester City. Here is Gundogan now. Tries to find Doku. Godfrey does well, but back to the goalkeeper that time. Got a bit fortunate there, Godfrey. But it's still with Ipswich. In fact, it's given away now to Akanji, and now Gundogan. Is Gvardiol. On to Gundogan, and now out to Nunes. Here is Akanji. Gundogan now. That's the goal scorer, Phil Foden. Now Gvardiol from Diaz, and now Kovacic. Doku here. Jeremy Doku. What can he do? He's going to cut inside, find Foden again. Now Kovacic gets a shot away. That's 2. Mateo Kovacic with the second. And Christian Walton can't stop that one. As Mateo Kovacic gives Manchester City a 2-goal lead now and doubles their advantage. Good finish as well. Low pass Christian Walton right into the corner. And Manchester City. And now 2 goals to the good. Doku did well again. And he finds Mateo Kovacic. Not closed down. Good touch on from Phil Foden as well. And it's a bit late. Caduce does try to close it down in the end, I should say. But couldn't do enough about it. And neither could the goalkeeper, Christian Walton. That's right in the corner. And it's Ipswich 0. Manchester City 2 with 30 minutes play here at Portman Road. 4th Premier League goal of the season for Kovacic, his best, incidentally. It was a good finish from him, as I say, right into the corner, past Christian Walton. When scoring first in the Premier League, there's been 12 games played. Manchester City have only lost 2 of those. They've won 6 and drawn 4, incidentally. So it's all in favour of Manchester City right now, although they were 2-0 up in the week and drew that game 2-2 against Brentford. Here is Gvardiol now. Good battle from Ipswich there. That was, I think it was Morty battling well. Did win the throw, but it's been given away. And now that's Burgess, who had to knock it back to the keeper, though. And he's going to play it out to O'Shea. And now Johnson. And he's, that was also Godfrey as well, I should say. Here's Godfrey again. Against Doku. Godfrey back to Johnson. Now into Hutchinson now. On to Caduce. And then on to Burgess. Out wide it goes to Clark. Gets it from Davis, I should say, sorry. Here's Clark. What can he do? He's going to find Davis now. Is he going to get a cross in? No, he's not. He's going to go back to Clark again. Here's Godfrey. And now that's with Morsey there. Gets it back as well. Switches it across. Good switch across to Hutchinson. What can he do here against Doku? Turns him well here to Zamari Hutchinson. Gets a cross in. That was Caduce there. And now he gets it back as well from, I think it was, may have been Davis or Clark. I'm not too sure. Here's Burgess. Here's Clark. Davis now fouled as the referee says no, and it's going to go behind for a goal kick to Manchester City there as an Ipswich man down. And I think it is, let's see what it is here that's down for Ipswich. Calvin Phillips looking on there on loan, of course, from Manchester City and eligible to play against his parent club. Currently at Ipswich Town on loan from Manchester City there. Just having a discussion with a few of his teammates. Edison takes this now, goes long, but gives it away to Godfrey, and now it's with Johnson. Does he win the free kick here? Referee says no. And Man City play it from Gavardio to Diaz. Now Kovacic, the scorer of Manchester City's second goal. And now Gundogan. Back to goalkeeper Edison again. It's a Kanji now. Here's Gundogan. Good turn from here, but Haaland. Now Kovacic. Now De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne here now for Man City. What can he do? Finds Kovacic, who goes out to Nunez, I think that is now. Gets it into the area. And it's comfortable for Christian Walton. Ipswich 0, Manchester City 2. With those goals from Phil Foden and Mateo Kovacic. Here is Caduce now for Ipswich. Finds Godfrey. And it goes there to Morsey now. Back to Caduce again. On to, that's O'Shea. Out it goes. I think Davis just about kept that in, and it's now with Burgess. Looking to go to Davis, and it's a good ball to him as well. He's going to keep it in. He does, and it's going to be a delivery into the box. Looking for Delap, but comfortably claimed out of the air by Edison. Ten minutes to go until half time. It's now Manchester City looking like they're in control at this stage. Here is Akanji now. Now Nunez. Back to Akanji again. On it goes to Diaz this time. And Man City just playing it around at the back. Here's Foden and now Kovacic and just kind of intricately playing it around. Here's Haaland now. Given away. Here's Caduce for Ipswich. Now Godfrey. Caduce onto Godfrey again. Now trying to find Hutchinson, but good play there from Gavardio. He's bringing it out as well, trying to find Foden. And Phil Foden does well there. What can he do? He's going to get a shot away. Now he's going to find Kevin De Bruyne instead. And Kevin De Bruyne takes aim, but goes behind for a corner, a goal kick, I should say, to Ipswich. Good play from Phil Foden. Knocks it on to Kevin De Bruyne in acres of space. And good effort from him, but it's just a bit too high to trouble Christian Walton. Here is Godfrey. And it's with O'Shea there and Godfrey again. And now that's with Johnson there. And Hutchinson. And Ipswich trying to move it forward, but it's given away to... That's Mateus Nunes now in possession. Here's Ruben Diaz. Now Gundogan, and now Kovacic, the scorer of Man City's second goal. Gets it back again as well. He's going to go back to his keeper. No, he's not. He's going to go to Diaz. He may go back to his keeper though, but no, he's going to choose Kovacic instead. And now Gundogan. On to Akanji there. Now Man City just kind of playing it around in their own half. Here's Gundogan. On to Diaz, and then that's Gvardiol. And now Doku. De Bruyne does well there, finds Doku again. What can Doku do? He's looking lively, finds De Bruyne. Let's try to find Haaland. He didn't get through to him, but De Bruyne gets it back. Here's Doku now. On to De Bruyne again. Into the area it goes, and it's headed away and behind for a corner there from the Ipswich defender, which I think may have been Burgess. I'm not too sure though. Confirm when I know. But it's going to be Kevin De Bruyne to take the corner, I believe. 39 played, just coming up to the close of this half. And Kevin De Bruyne plays it to Doku, and then back to De Bruyne again, and now on to Kovacic. Now it's Foden, the two scorers in the Man City side. Foden whips it in, trying to find the on-run in. I think that was Diaz. It's gone behind though for a goal kick. Ipswich Town 0, Manchester City 2. Coming up to the last 5 minutes of normal time in this half. Just Kieran McKenna just having a few words there. Here is... Who was that there? It's just been fouled. In fact, the referee says there's no foul. It's a battle here between Diaz and Johnson. But it's gone behind for a Man City throw. May have been Morty that I thought was fouled, but he wasn't fouled in the end. As Gvardiol was over the throw. We'll see if Manchester City can grab a third before half-time, or if Ipswich can claw themselves a goal back. Here's Gvardiol, throws it to Haaland. And it's Gundogan, and he wants the throw, but it's gone behind for a Ipswich throw there, which Ben Johnson's going to take. In fact, it's Godfrey that wants it. He's going to take it instead. And it's now on to Delap, and he's giving it away. And it's now, now Akanji to the goalkeeper, Edison. And now Akanji again. Now to Diaz. There's a chance here for De Bruyne. Now he's going to go again with Gundogan. Now Doku. Finds De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne for Manchester City. Into the area. And that's rolled in for free. It's the second of the afternoon for Phil Foden. And Manchester City are cruising here now. Phil Foden grabbing his second of the game. And Manchester City, with 4 minutes to go until half-time, are turning the screws here and running riot in this fixture. And there's probably, even at this stage, you can safely say no way back for Ipswich Town. It's good play from Kevin De Bruyne. Nicks it ahead of, I think it was it Delap there? And then Doku finds his Belgian international teammate, and he just plays it into Phil Foden, who rolls it past Christian Walton and gives Manchester City a 3-goal lead. Goalkeeper should have done better, in my opinion. It's kind of just rolled. He got a glove on it, but it's just rolled past him. And yeah, poor goalkeeping from him. And Ipswich really have it all to do now with the second half still to come and even a few minutes left of this half and potential injury time as well, as Phil Foden grabs his 6th Premier League goal of the season. That's gone behind there now for a City throw as well in the Ipswich half. Currently just in possession now is De Bruyne, tries to find Haaland. And Foden on a hat-trick, of course, which he might fancy in this fixture now with plenty of time still to go. Here's Ruben Diaz. On to Doku. Good play from Morsey. Nicks that one ahead of De Bruyne. And Sam Morsey finds Davis. Back to Morsey once more. What's he going to do? He's going to try and find Hutchinson, but good defending there. And it's now with De Bruyne again. See if Manchester City can get it out to Foden, which they have. He's going to try and find Haaland, but it's a poor ball from Phil Foden. And that's gone out of play for a goal kick. With around about a minute of the 45 to play. Ipswich Town 0, Manchester City 3. And victory in this game, incidentally, will take Manchester City to 4th. So they have jumped up a few places already. Currently level on goal difference with Newcastle, but they've jumped up from 8th at the start of play today into the top 4 now. As Gavardio was over this throw. On it goes. In fact, he's going to take his time here, Gavardio. Before throwing it to Kovacic and then gets it back. He's going to knock it back to Diaz and then on to Matteo Nunes. And here is Christian Walton now. Here's Diaz. Now that's Gavardio on to Kovacic there. Scorer of Manchester City's 2nd. His goal in between the 2 Phil Foden goals. And he's in possession now looking for a run here. 2:47's battling. It was against Jack Clark for a minute as we enter 1 minute of additional time. And here is Ruben Diaz. On to Jeremy Doku. What can he do here, Jeremy Doku? He's going to play Kevin De Bruyne, play it short. Here is Gundogan. Now De Bruyne again. Now Gundogan. He's going to play it to Kovacic. He's going to find Gundogan, but he gives it away to Burgess. And then that was Kajus, but he's giving it away. Now Phil Foden again. What can he do? He's going to try and find Haaland, but he keeps possession to Foden. The ball's gone behind for a throw in here with around about 18 seconds left in the half. And Foden is going to leave this one for... That was Diaz and now Akanji. And now Gundogan. Now Diaz again, is it? In fact, it was Matteo Nunes. And that is the half-time whistle. Manchester City cruising here at Portman Road. Brace from Phil Foden and a Matteo Kovacic goal in between. The difference at the break. Ipswich had a moment early on. I think it's about 8 minutes in with Liam Delap, the ex-Manchester City youth man. But his effort was blocked. Erling Haaland had a chance as well, which was well saved by Christian Walton in the Ipswich goal. But then from then on in, Manchester City started to turn the screws. Phil Foden grabbing himself 2 goals. And Matteo Kovacic on the score sheet as well, as we take it to half time now. And it is comfortable at this stage for Manchester City. I'm going to take a 15-minute break as I'm doing this on my own, as you know. And I'll be back in time for the second half. Currently, as I mentioned, though, Ipswich 0, Manchester City 3 is the half-time score. Phil Foden with a brace and Matteo Kovacic's goal sandwiched in between. I'll be back with the second half in around about 10 minutes or so from now. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's live coverage of Ipswich Town against Manchester City. The Citizens are leading by 3-0 going into the second half, with Phil Foden having an absolutely brilliant first half there, grabbing himself 2 goals and an assist as well for the visitors. The England manager, I'm sure, will be delighted with his performance so far in this game. Second half, we'll be back very, very shortly. We'll be back very shortly with the second half, I should say. Got some comments here from Media, Radio, Jingles and Gaming. Well-deserved minute silence for Dennis Law. Rest in peace, of course, scored the goal for Man City that relegated former club Manchester United. Yep, absolutely. Wasn't the best result for Arsenal. No, don't want to touch on that too much, although when you're 2-0 up, you have to see games out and win them. It was a disappointing evening yesterday for the Gunners, who let 2 points slip against Aston Villa. Good goal from Phil Foden there, as I mentioned before. Good result at half-time for Man City, as they are 3-0 up against Ipswich, who could come back into the match like Aston Villa did against Arsenal, but I don't see it happening. No, me either. Media, Radio, Jingles and Gaming, I think it'll take a mammoth task here for Ipswich to get anything from this game. You're saying, I think City will come out victorious in this one. Yeah, me too. The last time Man City lost the match was actually last year. So thank you very much for all of your comments and contributions. To see whether we're going to have any half-time substitutions as well. The two sides are coming up. Ipswich are back out on the field already. And it looks like Man City are just about to head out themselves. So we will be back underway with the second half very, very shortly. Let's see if we've got any subs coming on. But either side. But Man City not back out as of yet. They're just having a few last instructions there. Let's see whether we're going to have any subs or whether we'll have to wait a bit longer for the benches to be used. I think Ipswich are going to maybe go to the bench sooner than Man City, considering the score and things being as they are. Of course, they've got a few names on the bench that could come on in Burns and Hurst and Broadhead. Philip being the new signing as well from Aston Villa. Maybe he'll get some minutes. I think we are good to go with the same 11s that started. I don't believe we've got any subs for either side at the break. I'll confirm if there is, but at the minute it looks like we're good on the 11s that started for their respective teams. As Ipswich is going to get us off and running in a minute. Referee's just about to wave play, and we are now back underway for the second half. Ipswich playing from right to left in the second half. And here's Erling Haaland early on, giving away those Morsey, and then back to his keeper Walton. And he's going to go long, looking for, I think it was Hutchinson he was trying to find, but couldn't do anything with it. And here's Doku now for Man City. Here's Kovacic. Finds Kevin De Bruyne into Phil Foden, who's good defending there from Ipswich. And now Doku. They're going to have to keep this one in. The Belgian, sorry, no, he's not. He wasn't able to keep that in, so it's gone behind for a Ipswich goal kick early on here in the second half of this game. Which Christian Mawson's over. He's going to take this and going to play it out to Ben Johnson now. I think it was. No, it was Godfrey, actually, I should say. Ben Godfrey. And now he's going to just win a goal kick there and play it back to his keeper. Mawson is going to take this. I'll run you through the two sides again in a minute. As Ipswich going to play this one, looking for that's Delap there. Good play from him, Liam Delap. It's fouled by Akanji. So the two sides, incidentally, starting with the home side, we've got Walton in goal, Johnson, Godfrey, O'Shea, Burgess, Davis, Hutchinson, Cajuste, Morsey, Clark, and Delap. And benches Broadhead, Burns, Hurst, Luongo, Muric, Philogene, Taylor, Townsend, and Twanzebe. Man City line up with Edison, Akanji, Diaz, Gvardiol, Kovacic, Gundogan, Foden, who's obviously got a brace already. Kovacic on the score sheet too. De Bruyne, Nunes, Doku, and Erling Haaland leading the line. Bench is Elaine, Grealish, Lewis, McAtee, Savinho, Silva, Maboma, Riley, and the sub-goalkeeper Ortega. Referee Sam Barrett, assisted by Timothy Wood and Richard West. VAR Paul Tierney is assisted by Nicholas Hobson, and Tim Robinson is on fourth official duties. And we've had no need for VAR so far, so let's hope that continues in the second half as well. Because it's been a nice, free-flowing game of football so far without the need for too many interferences, which has been great to see. And there's no bookings as of yet either, which is also another thing which is great too. Here's Walton, now on to Burgess. Now Davis. Now Clark. Now that's Delap there. Liam Delap does well. Finds Hutchinson onto Johnson. Gets a shot away. Good save. And claimed at the second attempt there from Edison. But good play from Ipswich there. Much better from them in the early stages of this second half here. Good play from Delap and Hutchinson. And then good shot from, as I say, I think it was the number 18, Johnson. Good effort. And spilt out in the end by Edison, but claimed at the second attempt from the Man City keeper. He's got it back now as well. Here is Gundogan. What can he do? He's going to find Foden, is he? Now he's going to go across to De Bruyne. Here's Doku now. Jeremy Doku. Gets a shot away, and that's the fourth for Manchester City. Jeremy Doku this time around gives Manchester City the fourth. And they've scored 4 yet again against Ipswich. They scored 4 in the home game back in, I think it was in August time this season, earlier on in the year. And Jeremy Doku there has now made it 4. And we've still got around about 50 minutes to play, plus any additional time at the end of the game as well. And good play there from Man City. Good build-up. Jeremy Doku does well against Ben Godfrey. Cuts inside of him. Gets a shot away, and it's taken a deflection off of, I think it came off the number 26 there, O'Shea. Let's have a look here if it did. But it's nestled into the corner anyway for a fourth goal. Yeah, it did come off of O'Shea. Fourth goal for Manchester City. And that is Jeremy Doku on the score sheet there, making it 4 for the visitors. See whether the Ipswich fans start to leave anytime soon as well. Ipswich trying to find it, trying to find a free ball to the lap there. Couldn't quite see who it was, but good play from Edison, who comes out, sweeper keeper as well. Here's Gundogan, now Diaz. Now De Bruyne. Gets it back from coming off of Godfrey. Now Doc, good scorer of the fourth goal there. Here is De Bruyne now. And now Gvardiol. Chance here for Gundogan. Here's Foden. Gundogan. Akanji. That's now with Matteo Nunes. Now, Akanji again. On to Diaz. Now, that's Matteo Nunes once more. Now, Akanji again. Nunes back to Diaz again now. In possession here. On to, that's Gvardiol there. And now, Gundogan. Now, Foden. Now, Kovacic, sorry, so now Gundogan and Kovacic and Gvardiol, and Man City just playing it around in triangles here in midfield. Very short passes between just a number of them. Here's Doku. Now, that's Kovacic there. Here's Akanji now. On to Nunes. And now Akanji. Now Gundogan, sorry. On to Kovacic there. Just a short pass. He gets it back again as well from Gundogan as well. And Gavardia was in there too. Just kind of all playing it short between them. Here's Akanji on to Nunes. And here's Akanji now. Gundogan tries to find De Bruyne, does well. Here's Doku now. Johnson defends well for Ipswich, but Doku still has possession. The scorer of Man City's fourth. Here's Gundogan. Now he loses out, but it's now with Akanji. Now De Bruyne. Now that's with Diaz. And now Gavardio. Now Phil Foden there. Here is Manuel Akanji again. Here's De Bruyne. Now Akanji. And now Kovacic. On to Gavardio there. Into Foden. Tries to find Haaland and wins a corner. That is the Man City strike off of Ben Johnson. Or was it Godfrey that time? Let's have a look here. I think it was Johnson, was it? Let's see. No, it was Godfrey. Got it right second time. Let's see if Manchester City can grab themselves a fifth from this set piece. As Kevin De Bruyne's making his way over to take. Let's see whether De Bruyne can get one in. He whips it in. It's low and it's out by Burgess. And now it's with Nunes. Back to goalkeeper Edison. Now Diaz. In fact, it's Nunes, I should say. Now Diaz. And Man City just playing it around here again in midfield. 55 almost played. Still remaining 4-0 to Manchester City. Here is Akanji now. Foden, now Nunes, and now Akanji once more. On to Diaz, and then back to his keeper he goes with Edison there. And he takes a touch and then plays it out to Akanji. Into Nunes, and now Foden. De Bruyne on to Nunes. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. That's away from him and behind for a goal kick. It's a good play again from Manchester City, though. Trying to build it up through the midfield there, and Nunes just couldn't get on the end of it. And the ball just went away from him, but good play from Man City trying to get through that Ipswich midfield there. And they've done it on a number of occasions, especially in that first half as well, to fruition. Here's Delap now, and now that's Kajust, and now back to Burgess. And he just about got away with one there, which was defended well by Morsey in the end, but Kevin De Bruyne was closing it down, and that's through to Walton there in the end. Couldn't quite see who it was. The Man City player just nipped in and tried to play the ball forward, but went through to the Ipswich keeper. And Ipswich got it in their own half now, just playing it around at the back, trying to move it forward for Clark, who does have it. He's giving it away here to Doku now. Dangerous area. Doku finds Haaland. There's the fifth. Erling Haaland. You can't bet against him for long. He scored a hat-trick in the fixture earlier in the season, and he's capitalised on that mistake there from Ipswich. Scored yet again against the Tractor Boys. Very poor from Ipswich there. Just giving the ball away sloppy. And Erling Haaland marks his 9.5-year contract with a goal. Manchester City absolutely cruising now. And there's the 5th. Erling Haaland on the score sheet now as well to join Phil Foden, Mateo Kovacic and Jeremy Doku as well. Of course, Foden grabbing himself a brace earlier in the first half. It's now well and truly out of sight for Ipswich. Ipswich 0, Manchester City 5. And there's still a good half an hour, in fact, over half an hour to go as well. Good play from Doku. Finds Haaland, just rolls it past Christian Morton. Denied him in the first half. Won't be denying him on that occasion. 5-0 to Man City now. Good play there, as I say, from Jeremy Doku. Finds Erling Haaland, just rolls it past the goalkeeper, and comfortable in the end. Man City in that build up, and comfortable throughout the game as well. Here's more now. Gives away. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Erling Haaland. Is he going to want a second? He fancies his chance. Here's Doku. Haaland. Good save from Morton that time. De Bruyne. Good effort. Blocked and over the top for a corner. Man City really turning the screws here now. And Ipswich, as I mentioned, has still got a good half an hour or so left to hang in there. And this could be any number right now. Man City cruising at 5. This could be 7, 8, 9, maybe even double figures if Man City carry on at this speed and the way that they're playing now, and Ipswich carry on making the mistakes that they're making as well. This could be any number come the end of play today. Corner whips in, and it's good play from Morton. They're good gloving it by him, and it's Johnson that goes behind 4. In fact, it was Kajus come behind for a corner to Man City. Ipswich 0, Manchester City 5. 59 minutes played. The corner here now. Foden onto Gundogan. Foden gets it back now. Akanji. No, Doku, sorry, I should say. Now Foden. Into midfield with Diaz, and now Gundogan. Now Foden. Now De Bruyne. Gvardiol. Kovacic. De Bruyne. Kanji as well. Here is Nunes. That's Gundogan. Foden. Gundogan again. Nunes. Gvardiol. Now Nunes. Now Doku. Jeremy Doku loses out to Clark. Loses out to Foden though. Phil Foden on a hat-trick, of course. Kovacic. De Bruyne. Diaz. Given away. And here's the lap now for Ipswich. Man City looking to get a sub ready. I think it's going to be one of the youth men as well that's coming on here. Can't quite see who. I think it might be potentially... just going to see who it is. One of the youth players, though, that's going to come on. It might even be Mboma. Here's Godfrey. Now Johnson. Now on to Hutchinson there. Now Johnson. Hutchinson again. Johnson. Hutchinson here for Ipswich. Delivers. Comes off of Edison and goes behind for a corner there for the home side. There's nobody in the box there. Edison didn't really have to do that, but he sees it behind for a corner in the end off of his gloves. See if Ipswich can get themselves a goal back, which will certainly only be a consolation with Morsey over it. O'Shea, Burgess and Godfrey are up from the back, whipped in, and it's cleared out on the end from De Bruyne. It was a poor delivery, actually, from Ipswich, from, I think it was Clark, I think. Still waiting on this Man City sub, which is going to come any minute now. Here's Morsey. Now, Godfrey there now. It's gone behind for a Man City throw. In fact, Grealish is coming on as well, and also McAtee. So we've got a triple Man City sub coming on now. Just saying, Phil Foden's making way. He's had an excellent 60 minutes, well, just over 60 minutes as the England man. He's going to be replaced by Jack Grealish. Is coming on in his position, or his place. It is Grealish on. And we're also going to see Erling Haaland make way as well. And he's been replaced by the number 67, which is Mboma. And we're seeing Kevin De Bruyne make way as well for McAtee. That's the 3 subs there for Man City on the 63rd minute. And got 3 Ipswich subs coming as well. And this is going to see the number, who was that coming off there? 47, Clark replaced. We're also seeing number 12, Caduced, replaced as well. And we are also seeing number 44, Godfrey, replaced. So we're seeing Twanzebe on for Godfrey. We're seeing Philogene on for Clark. And we are seeing Luonga on for Produced as well. So 3 subs apiece there, which makes my work nice and easy. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate you doing that rather than doing it in stop-start. So very kind of you, Kieran and Pep, for doing that. Makes my job a bit easier. It's Ipswich trail this one by 5-0. That's Grealish in possession. McAtee now Kovacic, and now that was Nunes and Diaz. Onto Akanji now. In fact, it wasn't Nunes, it was Gavardio, so I should say. Now Akanji and now Nunes. And Akanji back to Diaz, back to goalkeeper Edison. Onto Diaz, and now Kovacic there. Here is McAtee now, and now Kovacic, now Gundogan. Here's Akanji. On to Doku, and now Akanji again. What can Manchester City do here now? Akanji on to Nunes. Now Doku. Here's Nunes, and now that's Diaz there. And now Gavardio on to McAtee. Diaz again. Edison does well there. Up against, that was Philogene, the substitute. Here is Man City substitute, though, which is number 67, which is Mboma. Now, that was McAtee, and now Grealish. Kovacic now. Now Kovacic on to Akanji. That's Doku, sorry. On to Nunes, and comes off with Burgess for a corner there for Man City. Coming up to the last 23 minutes or so of normal time. It's going to be a long 23 minutes if you're an Ipswich Town supporter as well. But not as much so if you're a fan of Man City. As McAtee's over this corner. James McAtee. Referee's just having a word with a few people here now. Having a word with Akanji and is that Davis, I think, maybe? Yeah, it is. Leif Davis and Manuel Akanji. And it's a corner from McAtee, and it's Walton does well, but it's now with Kovacic, and now Grealish hooks it into the air. Now Akanji. Now that was Greenish, Jack Grealish. Now Kovacic, and now that's Gavadio. Kovacic here now. Now Nunes. Now Kovacic. Now Nunes again. Now Akanji. Now that's with Diaz. And now Manuel Akanji once more. On to Jeremy Doku there. McAtee. Good defender from Burgess that time, but loses out to Gundogan. Ilkay Gundogan does well then. Brings it forward, and now it's with McAtee and now Kovacic. In fact, it wasn't McAtee. Now it's McAtee, and it's into the back of the net from McAtee as well. And the Manchester City substitute has made it 6. It was James McAtee. I think it was actually trying to see who it was with the ball into the area, but James McAtee puts it into the back of the net anyway. And the substitute has made that Ipswich Town 0. Yes, listen here and listen proper. Manchester City 6. And we've still got 21 minutes to play plus additional time. James McAtee, the substitute on the score sheet there. As Gundogan does well, finds may have even been Nunes, and then Kovacic finds McAtee, and his header is past Christian Morton in the Ipswich goal. It was Gavadio and then Kovacic, I should say, sorry to just correct myself. And McAtee puts it into the back of the net, 4-6. See whether we will have any influence here from VAR or anything with Ipswich claiming a potential offside. But Erling Haaland was to his feet there and applauding that one as James McAtee. No, it does stand as well. No offsides or anything. James McAtee there makes it 6-0 to Manchester City. And we've still got, as I say, sorry Ipswich fans, but I have to say this, a good 20 minutes left of the game as well. As looks like Rico Lewis is coming on. And also, I think O'Reilly's coming on for City as well here now. That's Maguire. Now Diaz, and now that's Nunes. And Gundogan, and now Kovacic. Gavadio. On to Diaz. Kovacic there. Diaz. McAtee, the goal scorer of the 6, that is. Possession. Now it's with Diaz. Now Kanji. Now Gundogan. Now that's with Manuel Akanji. It's going to be a double substitution in just a second for Manchester City, with Rico Lewis coming on and also O'Reilly coming on too. And see whether we see Rico Lewis in at left back or whether he will fill into that midfield role, which Pep Guardiola does like him in sometimes. Incidentally, this will be Manchester City's third time having completed a league double in this fixture. They also did so in the 1961-62 season and also in the 94-95 season as well. And Ipswich are making a sub here too, and it's going to be the number... Let's see who it is here coming off. But we're going to start with the Man City sub, actually, which is going to see, well, the two subs. Kovacic is one of the ones coming off. And he's being replaced by Rico Lewis. And the other change sees Akanji replaced by O'Reilly. The Ipswich change is going to see. Let's have a look here. I think it might be Liam Delap making way. In fact, there's a double change. Liam Delap is one of them making way. And also, that's for Taylor. And also, Hurst has come on as well to replace Hutchinson there. So that's all 5 subs made for both teams. And here is Nunes now for Man City. And now Diaz. And now that's Gundogan. Now Diaz tries to find Doku, but good defending from Burgess. If you're joining us late, it is, as you see on screen, Ipswich Town 0, Manchester City 6. That isn't a typo. That is the correct score. Here is Ruben Diaz now, and it's now with Edison. Goals were in the first half, Phil Foden, Mateo Kovacic, and another Phil Foden goal. So 3-0 at the break. And then so far in the second half, we've had goals from Jeremy Doku. James McAtee was also on the score sheet. And Erling Haaland was on the score sheet as well. It was actually Erling Haaland and it was actually Erling Haaland and then James McAtee with the latest goal. Because Erling Haaland has made way since. And McAtee came on and has scored to make it 6. It's actually that way around. But here is Edison now. We've got a few different players on the field for Man City, which you won't know too much about. Ipswich fans are in good voice, so considering their team are 6-0 down, with the champions in town. The champions that were sitting 8th before this fixture, back up to the top 4 now, though, with a win today. Here's Rico Lewis now into Gundogan, and now that's with Diaz. And now, but it wasn't Diaz, it was Cavadio, and that's Diaz now. And now that's Nunes. Here's Diaz. In fact, it's Cavadio and then Diaz. In fact, it's Cavadio and then O'Reilly trying possession, I should say. I think both of Diaz in the end. It has gone to Diaz now. You're going to try and find Grealish, but comes to the head of Johnson and through to keeper Christian Walton. Here's Johnson now. Back to goalkeeper. And closed out well there was the number 40, which was the one goal was. In fact, it wasn't. It was Van Davis straight. But Grealish, Man City have it through O'Reilly now. And here is Rico Lewis onto Diaz, and now Nunes. Here's Jeremy Doku. He's looked bright and lively today. Here is O'Reilly now. Going to get a shot away. Takes a deflection. McAtee couldn't do anything though, and it's now with. This is the one goal this time. Battling with O'Reilly, and Davis hooks it out, but only to her, sorry, but only goes as far as Cavadio, and now that's with Rico Lewis. On to Cavadio again. And here is Diaz, and now Mateus Nunes. And Diaz again now. Here's Gundogan. Man City just playing it around in midfield now. And here is Diaz. On to... That was Mabama, but good play from Ipswich. Here is Luongo now. Out to Johnson, I think. Now Davis. Leaf Davis here. In a bit of space here for Ipswich. Now Hurst, and now with Luongo. Now Burgess. Now O'Shea, and now Burgess again, and now on to Davis once more. On to Luongo. Now that's Burgess again. Now out to Leaf Davis. Now on to Philogene. Luongo. Philogene now. Here's Davis. Now Morsey. Luongo. Here's Burgess. See if Ipswich can get themselves a consolation goal. Here's Davis. Good play from him against Nunes. And the referee is going to give a free kick here as well. And we're going to see the first yellow card of the game. It took 78 minutes. We have our first booking. And it's Nunes on Leaf Davis there, the Ipswich left back. Mateus Nunes picks up his second yellow card of the season. We've got Johnson over there, set piece, and also he's in discussions with the number 26 there, which is O'Shea. It's going to be taken by Luongo, I think it is. And he put it in fact, Johnson, sorry, he took it, and now Morsey gets a shot away, and it's still with Ipswich, and that was Burgess, and given away though. Now here's Morsey. Here's Transavian. Now on two. That was I couldn't quite see who it was. It might have been Taylor maybe. Whipped into the area there, and it's comfortably into the gloves of goalkeeper Edison. As we enter the last 10 minutes of the game, Chelsea against Wolverhampton Wanderers is going to be brought to the channel tomorrow. I believe Russ is going to be covering that one. So do join us for that. See whether Wolverhampton Wanderers can upset the odds against Chelsea, or whether it's going to be another routine and comfortable victory for Chelsea in that one, like it has been for Man City here. As Edison's in possession. Shots on target. Shots in the game: 16-8 in favour of Man City. 9 on target to 4. Touches in the opposition box: 39-13 as well. And obviously the scoreline in the corner: Ipswich 0, Man City 6. With 10 minutes to play. And I'm sure the Ipswich fans are going to want no injury time at all. They want to be out of here as quickly as possible at this moment in time, I believe. Probably back home for their Sunday dinner. Here is... That was McAtee, was it? It's given away though, and it's now with... was it Luongo was just fouled? No foul actually, says the ref, and it's Manchester City in possession. Rico Lewis now Gundogan, and here's Grealish. Here's Rico Lewis again. Now O'Reilly. Here's Lewis. Here is Diaz. And here's Gavardio. Now Gundogan once more. Now Gavardio again. Here's Cavadio just taking his time over this one. Going to play it across to James McAtee there. Here's Doku, Jeremy Doku. Does well to beat Davis and gets across into the area, but cleared out by one of the Ipswich defenders, but only as far as Lewis. And now Grealish. And City are just playing it around here with Gavadio and now Grealish. Grealish fancies his chances to move it forward again, and he was stopped in his tracks that time. And it's now with, I think it's O'Reilly there for Man City. And here's Diaz. Here's McAtee. Does well there. Plays it back to Diaz and then on to Gavadio. And then he does well to turn and play it out to James McAtee. Now Diaz, and now that's back with him again. I think from Nunes. I think Nunes was involved. He is in possession now. And here is Rico Lewis. Out he goes to Jack Grealish now. What can he do here, Jack Grealish? Up against Ben Johnson. He has forced back to Lewis again, though. And here is Gavadio. And now in it goes to Lewis. And now Gundogan. Ilkay Gundogan. What can he do here? He's going to try and find Lewis, but given away. But actually, it's back with Nunes now. And now that's McAtee. And now O'Reilly tries to find the free ball, but it's given away. And then here's Burgess for Ipswich. He comes up with the Man City man for an Ipswich throw. Around about 6 minutes to play of the 90. I'll be getting ready for player of the match any minute now, and in probably another minute or two, I'll announce my chosen player of the match for this game. Of course, you've been listening to the alternative commentary on the Commentary Hub with myself, Mike Hyman. If you want to follow our channel, you can like our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Commentary Hub. We're also on X as well at Commentary Live 1, I believe, or you can type in the Commentary Hub on X and you'll find us there too. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to all of the channels. Of course, this one's going out across TC Hub, also on Focus on Football, and also on you can put it on TC Hub 2, also on my channel as well, such as Storm FM, and you can subscribe to JB Sports 2, all of the channels where you'll find all our live coverage. Make sure you drop a subscription across. Follow all of the live content that we've got coming up across the Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League, and League Cup, and all of the other competitions too. Here's Jack Grealish now for Man City into Mbama. And if we have it back here through Morty and then Johnson. Of course, don't forget you can also follow the Twitch channel as well, which is, if you follow Russ's Twitch channel, you can get all the content on there. Russ Fernand's Twitch channel, that is. And of course, check out Bruno FM as well. That's another fantastic station where a lot of the commentary hub team can be found. Do give that on a little follow if you find that on Facebook and social media, Instagram, Twitter, etc. too. Do drop that a follow. Our friends in Nigeria. Here is Ruben Diaz. Here is Nunes now. And of course, player of the match, which I will announce in a minute, is sponsored by the brilliant commentary services as well, Barry Swain's Commentary Services. So do check that out also. And support all of those. Here's Ruben Diaz. Now Gavadio. What can he do here? He's going to try and knock it out to Grealish. He does find Grealish. Jack Grealish here into Rico Lewis. Here's Ruben Diaz. Comfortable for Manchester City. The last few minutes just been played around, to be honest. Ipswich can't get near him. Here's James McAtee now. And as I say that, Ruben Diaz plays it into Nunez. And it's really comfortable for Man City in the last few minutes. And it's moved through from, was that O'Reilly? I couldn't quite see, but here's Doku. Now Grealish against Morsey. Grealish here battling and wins it as well. Jack Grealish. On to Jeremy Doku again. He's had a good game. There's quite a few in this Man City side actually have as well. Here's Nunez. Gets it back from Rico Lewis. And now it's with O'Reilly. Man City just playing it around comfortable. Very comfortable, in fact. As we enter the last 2 minutes of the 90. And Manchester City back to the goalkeeper, Edison now. And here is McAtee on to that's O'Reilly running from his own half there, does well, but cleared up well by Ipswich. And now it's with Luongo and then back to Davis. I couldn't quite see who that was that's giving it away, but it's Diaz anyway. And now Gundogan. Here's O'Reilly, Gundogan, and now Diaz. Now Nunez, and now James McAtee. Now O'Reilly again. And now Gundogan. Here's O'Reilly. Now Gundogan again. Plays it into Rico Lewis. Now Grealish. Out he goes to Jeremy Doku. Has found himself on the score sheet today against Ben Johnson. He does well there. And now that's with the number 14, which is Taylor. Does well. Here's Twanzebe now. Now Morsey. Goes back to his goalkeeper via one of the defenders. Couldn't quite see who it was. One of the centre-backs. May have been Burgess, possibly. Here is Jeremy Doku now. Is it a free kick here? The referee says no. And we're going to play on with Ipswich in possession through Luongo. And now there's Burgess. As we're entering the last 10 seconds of the 90. I'm just going to see how many minutes we've got of additional time. And then I will announce my player of the match as well. So Leif Davis couldn't get on the end of that one. We're entering 3 minutes of additional time. And player of the match. I'm going to announce that now. We've had lots of contenders for Manchester City. But lots of people that have been on the score sheet as well. We've had Phil Foden going himself a brace. Also Mateo Kovacic as well. Jeremy Doku also grabbed himself a goal after Erling Haaland and James McAtee as well. But my player of the match for his contribution, he got himself a couple of goals and also an assist in this game as well. And I have to give it to Manchester City's number 47, Phil Foden, who's going to get my player of the match in association with the brilliant commentary services. So Manchester City's number 47, Phil Foden, is just going to be announced on the screen now. Just going to sort that out now. There we go. I should hopefully have that good to go. But my player of the match, as mentioned, is going to be Manchester City's number 47, Phil Foden. Congratulations to him. And very well deserved as well. As we're now entering the last minute and a half of this game, as Ilkay Gundogan in possession. So we get that back up on the screen for a minute longer. I might leave that up actually for the last minute of injury time. So Phil Foden wins the commentary services player of the match award for this fixture for his contributions in terms of goals and an assist as well. Had a very good first half. The subbed off with around about half an hour to go. Overall, I think he had a great 60 minutes or so, and deserves that award and that accolade. So, congratulations to Manchester City's attacking midfielder there, as the ball was whipped in and looking for. I think that was it Hurst? Well, let's have a look here. But either way, it's gone behind for a Manchester City goal kick. Kieran McKenna there looking on very distraught and just dejected over this result. Disappointed. But I think he'd be glad to get this one out of the way and move on to, bigger fish, because obviously this isn't their bread and butter, really. It is in terms of the Premier League, but you'd expect them to pick up points in other fixtures more than you would this one. Of course, games against Southampton and Wolves and Everton are down there as well. And also, who else is down there at the moment? Also, the likes of Leicester too, as the final whistle has been blown. And comfortable victory for Manchester City there. 6-0. They've defeated Ipswich with goals from Phil Foden after 27 minutes. Mateo Kovacic after 30 minutes. Phil Foden grabbed himself another goal after 42. Jeremy Doku made it 4 minutes into the second half. Erling Haaland was also on the score sheet as well with 57 played. And then the substitute, James McAtee, with a great header, made it 6. Ipswich, as I mentioned, will have other games where you maybe would expect them to pick up some points more than you would in this one. Big win for Manchester City, though, who move up to 4th now. They were 8th before this game, but they've now jumped above Newcastle, Chelsea, who play tomorrow against Wolves, Bournemouth, and Aston Villa. You see Brighton down there in the 9th as well after their victory earlier. Fulham in 10th. And I will run you, in fact, through the table in full before I go off too. So you see Liverpool leading the way at the top of the table, I should say, with 50 points. Arsenal in 2nd on 44, on 22 goal difference. Nottingham Forest on 44 with 11 goal difference. Man City in 38, in 4th, on 38 with 15 goal difference. Newcastle in 5th on 38 with 12 goal difference. And then in 6th, we've got Chelsea, 7th Bournemouth, 8th Aston Villa, 9th Brighton, 10th Fulham, 11th Bournemouth, 12th Crystal Palace, 13th Man United, or Manchester United, 14th is West Ham, 15th is Tottenham, who was defeated earlier by Everton, who sit in 16th. 17th is Wolverhampton Wanderers on 16 with a minus 17 goal difference. Ipswich on minus 23 are also on 16 points, but they are in 18th in the relegation zone. Leicester are on 14 points and sit 19th, and Southampton sit bottom just on 6. And they, as I mentioned on a stream, I think a little while ago, I think it may have been the last stream when Arsenal played, probably as good as down at this point. So we'll run you through the weekend scores as well briefly. Starting on Saturday lunchtime, it was Newcastle 1, Bournemouth 4, with a hat-trick in that one for Justin Kluivert. Bruno Guimaraes was on the score sheet for Newcastle, and Kirkes was also on the score sheet for Bournemouth. A late break from Darwin Núñez saw Liverpool victorious by 2-0 away at Brentford. Fulham with goals from Emile Smith-Rowe and Adama Traore were victorious 2-0 at Leicester. Crystal Palace with goals from Mateta on 48 and a penalty on 89 saw them victorious by 2-0 against 10-man West Ham, who saw Mavropanos see red in the 80th. And as I mentioned before, it was Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 2. Gabriel Martinelli and Kai Havertz gave the Gunners the lead before a turnaround from Aston Villa. and Yuri Tillemans and Ollie Watkins were the men who salvaged a point there for Unai Emery's side. Earlier on, it was Everton 3, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Goals from Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Dye, and an own goal by Gray saw Everton 3-0 up before Kulusevski and Richarlison pulled goals back. Manchester United were beaten 3-1 at home by Brighton with Minter on the score sheet, and Bruno Fernandes penalty leveled it up at 1-1, and then goals from Mitoma and Rutter saw Brighton victorious. And also in the last of the Premier League games before this one, we saw Nottingham Forest 3-2 victory over Southampton with goals from Anderson, Hudson-Odoi and Wood, and Bednarek and Onwecha. Before, of course, this game saw Ipswich Town defeated 6-0 by Manchester City. Phil Foden grabbing a brace, Mateo Kovacic, Jeremy Doku, Erling Haaland and James McAtee, the substitute, was also on the score sheet. You've been listening to the Commentary Hub's alternative coverage of this game. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I've been your alternative commentator, Mike Harneman. And we should be back tomorrow, I believe, with Chelsea against Wolverhampton Wanderers, where Russ will be with us. And Russ was following his side earlier, Leeds United, who were victorious by 3-0 in the Championship. They beat Sheffield Wednesday with Solomon, Ramazani and Tanaka on the score sheet. And they are top of the table now and doing well. Our Leeds, potentially a Premier League place for them next season. But, of course, still plenty of football to play, and Sheffield United breathing down their noses as well. Just a few places behind, a few points behind in second. But as I say, thank you very much for tuning in to the Commentary Hub's live coverage of this Premier League encounter between Ipswich Town and Manchester City. If you want to follow us, you can do so on Facebook, on facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to all the channels as well. TC Hub, TC Hub 2, JB Sports, Focus on Football, Russ's Twitch, my Storm FM channel as well. And check out the brilliant commentary services as well, who were our player of the match sponsor, which went to Manchester City's 47, Phil Foden, who got himself 2 goals and an assist in this game. And also you can check out Brilla FM as well, our friends over in Nigeria, who are also another brilliant station. So once again, media, radio, jingles and gaming, thank you for your input. Just going to have a little look over some of these comments quickly. 5-0 already. Foden with a hat-trick first time in a while. He scored for City and to end with a hat-trick. He didn't get a hat-trick. He got 2 in the end. The guys have been entertaining. The game has been entertaining, and your commentary has matched the whole of the game. Thank you very much, media, radio, jingles, and gaming. Always appreciate you being there. What a match to return to the channel with. Yeah, absolutely. I love that. I've been able to cover this one for you. Certainly have to agree with you. Phil Foden is easily my player of the match. He has played perfectly well today. Been a while since he scored, and to score. Yep, he scored a brace. Yep. He's been superb in the game for Manchester City, absolutely. And he's just ended again by saying again, enjoyed your entertaining commentary. Thank you very much. But yeah, Phil Foden grabbed himself a brace today. Got himself an assist as well. He didn't get a hat-trick. He was not too far away from doing that. And maybe if he saw out the game, he may well have done. But Kovacic was on the score sheet, as was Doku, Haaland and McAtee as well. And, of course, that brace from Phil Foden also in the game. But I just want to say, once again, I'm going to wrap it up now. And, yeah, I'll be back hopefully maybe the weekend. I might be on the weekend. I'm not too sure what game. But I know I'm back with the FA Cup soon. As I think I'm going to be covering Plymouth against Liverpool in that one. So that should be entertaining. And hopefully we'll see a fight from Plymouth. And hopefully a shock will be nice. But in the meantime, media, radio, jingles and gaming, everyone else that's tuned in as well and hasn't chatted, thank you very much for being here. And we're going to leave you with the score and the final outcome of this game. Ipswich Town 0, Manchester City 6. the Citizens now back up into the top 4. We will see you for Chelsea Wolves tomorrow with Russ. Have a good rest of your Sunday, guys. Take care. Bye for now.